Hey, what's going on, guys? It is MAXedOutKim here, back to you guys with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to start your channel, your gaming channel to be specific, for free. Now maybe you have to spend a couple dollars, but it's gonna get to as free as you possibly can. It definitely should be probably under like $100 because you might have most of these things yourself already. So first things first, you have to get the gameplay. Now there's many ways you could get a gameplay. Now if you're a console type of person, it's actually going to be a little harder because you're going to have to, you probably need the Elgato. But of course there is the PVR, which you can't exactly like do live commentaries where you're playing the game and speaking at the same time. But you will get the gameplay that you need, and you could just do regular commentaries or voiceovers as people call it. Now if you're on PC and you're recording like CSGO or maybe even COD on there or whatever your game is, you actually could get a screen recorder. You could use stuff like Fraps, but that costs money. You could use things like Action, that costs money as well. But you could use like OBS. OBS is actually a really good program. It actually really you could do everything with OBS. And if you want an OBS tutorial, you can let me know down in the comments down below, because OBS is actually super simple, but there's just so much you could actually do with it for free. Now, like I said, you could use an Elgato game capture card, but of course that costs like maybe run to like $100, and you really don't want to do that. And you could use your PVR that is built into your Xbox. You could use that, or for your PS3, like I just said, you can't use for live commentaries. Now another option that a lot of people overlook, and I've used this when I first started my channel, is using free to use gameplay. Because free to use gameplay, there's so nice people out there who all you gotta do is free to use gameplay, and you can put like COD or CSGO or whatever, and there's videos of people who have gameplay, and they will let you use it for your videos as long as you put them in the description. Like super easy. Then that's how you can get your channel started, so you can actually get maybe the funds, or maybe you can, until you just wait till like Christmas or like something like that, so you have videos and you're not just waiting until you can make your own gameplays. Now for your microphone you might have to spend some money, if I do say so myself. Of course the best microphones are like Blue Yeti and the Audio Technica like 82020 or whatever it's called. Those are like really good microphones. I personally have the Blue Snowball Ice, which we'll talk about how you can make your voice sound really good on something that's super maybe cheap. Blue Snowball Ice, I believe it goes around $80. But one other thing you could use is you can actually use a headset that has a microphone in it, and you probably already have it from playing video games. You can actually use that headset, because half the time you can make that headset sound really good. Another thing you could use, which might require a little more editing, is you could use your phone, because your phone actually has a decently well put microphone. You could use that as your audio, and then you could just edit that into your video if you're doing a commentary. Now if you wanted to do face cam videos with an overlay and all that stuff, which you could do in OBS, which I'll show you if you would like, face cams, you probably might have to buy this as well, but there are built-in face cams in like laptops, and you could use a laptop face cam. Now some of them may not be the best quality, but you could always make it look good by using natural lighting, or if you have a nice light like a softbox or a ring light, you could use that and you can make it look a lot better, because it's all about the lighting. You could also use the Logitech C290, and that's, of course, you have to pay for it, but I believe it's like less than $40. I think, if I do remember from my memory. I actually have one, and I use it every so often when I want to do face cam videos or start just talking to you guys, and I just don't want, like, just the gameplay. Also, with a face cam, of course, you could use your phone as your face cam. Like I said, it's gonna be harder because you're gonna have to do a lot more editing, but all you have to do to put two things together that aren't synced up already from a program, all you gotta do is you clap, and that will signal everything. So you match everything up to when you clapped, and when you clap, then it'll just be all synced up, and that's how you get everything synced up. And it's super easy. It's just super simple with an editing software. And getting into editing softwares, of course, a lot of them cost money, like Sony Vegas, Final Cut Pro. But in Max, which is super great, you already have iMovie installed in there, and iMovie is a great program to use if you're just starting out. If you don't have Mac, you can use Windows Movie Maker, which is actually pretty good if you're just gonna do commentaries. Now if you want to do some crazy fancy stuff, then maybe you might want to take the extra like a couple $100s and buy Final Cut Pro and all that stuff. But you don't need to buy that until you're really into YouTube, and if you end up doing more and you get money from it. but you really don't have to buy it. You could use Windows Movie Maker and it works just as well. Now you're probably wondering, how am I gonna edit these videos with, I have a cheap headset microphone? Well, here's the thing, there's a free program. It's called Audacity, and Audacity, bless up on Audacity because it's free and it's so simple to use. I'm pretty sure I have a tutorial on Audacity, so I'll leave that link in the description. If not, I could always make a video if you guys would like. But it's super easy. You can make your videos sound so much better just by using Audacity, and you can only do a couple steps. You can make your voice deeper for those high-pitched kids out there. You know, I would lower that bass a little bit because sometimes the high-pitchedness is it's a turn off for some people who are watching YouTube videos. No offense, of course you will grow into it eventually, but you could make your voice a little deeper so it's a little more bearable, and it's not like, hey guys, you know, people think I'm a man, all right? That's how deep my voice is, all right? But in all seriousness, Audacity is a great program that you guys could use. All right, now you're saying music. What can I use for music? People buy music all the time. Well, here's the thing. You're gonna have to look up royalty-free music, which there's plenty of YouTube channels that actually have royalty-free music. All you gotta do is look up royalty-free music, find one you like, and edit it in with one of your editing softwares. Now, what about your thumbnails? Thumbnails are the most important thing that you could possibly have in a video because it's the eye-catching thing. You don't have Photoshop. You don't want to spend money on Photoshop. I got you. Use GIMP. GIMP is super good. It's like an equivalent to Photoshop. It's just a little more sloppier when it comes to the layout, but it has gotten better over the years, but it's just as good as Photoshop. And if you really want to get some like fancy stuff, you should do it. I also have a video on that as well. I actually have a video of how to do a nice simple GIMP without Photoshop down in the description, so I'll leave all the links to everything that I mentioned in this video and everything that you could use for that are equivalents that you don't really need to cost money. And it's because I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. Just remember that there's a lot of things that are equivalent to something that's super expensive. You could use any kind of editing software and make a video look really good, and it could literally cost you no money at all. You could use a PVR, you could use free to use gameplay, you could use your headset that you already have, you could use your phone that you probably already have. With this generation, everybody got phones, even kindergartners. You could use your phone for a face cam, and you have Audacity and GIMP, and then royalty-free music, and also an editing software that's already in your computer. Or you could find one that's super cheap that could be online, or you could even find like free ones online, like Camtasia or whatever, like a free trial that you could actually use. But anyways, guys, I hope you had a wonderful, fantastic day. Make sure you stay maxed out, and peace out. Goodbye.